Now, I know you guys have been asking and asking and asking and asking for me to react to How to Be Behzinga. And like I said, today is the day of recording, so I'm going to be reacting to How to Be Behzinga. What I thought would it be easier for me to do just all in one swoop or in episodes, like how they did? Although, I think since you guys have been waiting long enough, I think it'll be easier to just do it all in one swoop. So just from episode 1 all the way to the end. I think will be the easiest. So, because you guys have been waiting for a long time, so I think that'll be easiest. So without further ado, let us get into the very first episode. Behzinga takes on the London Marathon. Alright, here we go. YouTube original!
This is how I became who I am.
Teenage Cancer Trust have asked me to run the London Marathon, and there's no other answer than yes.
When I started this journey, there really was no athletic ability inside of this body. It might be hard, but it's going to be worth it.
Stop.
It's all part of the process. You've got to trust the process.
To hear where you've come from and where you're going, you're just so inspiring.
We've been through so much together.
I love my friends so much.
Oh!
Come on, mate. You think this
I
is
know
hard?
I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna cry. I know. I can already tell.
A lot of people don't really
his
know
mom,
the
I
real
love his
situation
mom.
behind everything that me and my mum have been through.
You might have to stop.
Look inside of yourself and really start making the right choices to be the person you want to be. That is why I'm doing this documentary.
Oh, I'm so excited. I'm sorry. I can already tell I'm gonna cry in this. I can already tell. So if I need a tissue, I've got tissues over there.
How are you?
Oh.
Me and my mum are almost like an unbreakable bond. She's like my best friend rather than a mum. We go through everything together. Always have done. Probably always will.
Ethan's my whole world. My absolute heartbeat. Without him, there is no heart.
So, we are at Mummy Bez's house today because
I love
she's gonna
her.
cook me a nice little meal because she's caring and she loves her son. And we've got a whole bunch of fun to go through. This is everything that has existed about me from get-go.
Day one.
Everything that belongs in my life.
Yeah. There's more than that. There's a whole nother one of them up there.
My whole pregnancy, all I kept saying when I used to rub my tum was, I want a very, very naughty little boy. And I was blessed in that regard.
Oh.
That's me. Class.
Many people
Class.
know, but I actually had Ethan on my own. So it was a very, very emotional day. One that I'll treasure forever.
The swag was on point, you know. Look at that.
And look at that.
I've always known how to dress.
The real dad disappeared when I was conceived.
It was very tough. Carrying him on my own and consciously having him on my own has driven me to always fight for every cause.
She made that choice. It's the reason I'm sat here today.
He's all I've got and I'm all he's got.
Oh. It's
A lot of
coming
people don't
already.
really know the real situation behind everything that me and my mum have been through.
We knew that his childhood wasn't great. You know, he would tell us stories.
As a teenager, it became apparent to Ethan that he had been abandoned twice and realised that a lot of our life was a lie.
We knew that his dad left home from an early age and that his mum was basically the mum and the dad.
When Ethan was 6 months old, I met his fake dad, as he calls him.
He was there till 13. It all went horribly downhill in that relationship due to drug addictions
And debt.
that my mum tried supporting him through to one day just go to the shops and not come back. And then with that, I found out that it wasn't my biological dad due to the divorce papers.
It's a bit of a sensitive topic for him.
I feel like you're supposed to anger at the world, like why has this happened to me?
During that time is when my mum had cancer.
His mum was his only support system.
It was terrifying, and I didn't want him to think for 1 minute that I was going to die.
So that would have been a very, very scary time for him.
I had to find us somewhere to live and get back on our feet. I had to sit up the homeless office every single day, and it affected Ethan badly at school.
Ethan would be a bit disruptive, destructive. Just school didn't work for him, he didn't fit.
That was the time that I sort of went off the rails. It was sort of just a whirlwind at that time.
I can barely imagine what it feels like, so I can't really put into words how he must feel.
I had to take antidepressants and see therapists. Yeah, it's really emotional. You might have to stop.
Everything she went through whilst I was at secondary school is a real merit to the type of woman she is. I think younger Ethan had a lot of emotional baggage, but I think nowadays I've turned all of that energy into now something positive.
Oh, I thought that was my phone, sorry.
I think I'm going to do the marathon. Teenage Cancer Trust have asked me to potentially run the London Marathon for them. And I think there's no other answer than yes, with my mum having cancer at one point in my life and just knowing that a lot of my audience are young as well. It's a perfect fit and the right charity and the right challenge for this sort of point in my life.
This is a whole new chapter. This is where I can really get across what I want to do and really prove to people that I can do what I put my mind to.
The marathon is no joke, and Ethan is the type of person that when he wants to do something, he will put 100% effort into it and make sure it's done properly. He doesn't cut corners.
Running the London Marathon is a trophy, like a milestone, and almost proof that he has come so far.
Everyone always who's done the marathon says it's like when you finish it, it's like a new lease of life. You're like, okay, I've actually taken on one of the hardest challenges a human can do.
I'm worried about him running the marathon with being breathless and a little asthmatic, but with his lifestyle change, I'm sure he will do it.
Ready?
Yes, bro. Alright, turn side up.
This way?
Yeah.
Back. When I started this journey, there really was no athletic ability inside of this body.
Here we go. How big is Behzinga? 103.1 kg.
The worst possible condition I could have been in, I was in.
I don't think I realised how bad of a state he was in until I saw him in a good physical condition.
He was trying to defeat his old habits.
The weight just piled on.
Wasn't eating the right foods.
He never ate a vegetable in his life.
Typical fast food like your crisps,
Pringles,
pizza,
salt and pepper chips from the Chinese,
wings, burgers, etc.
egg fried rice and curry sauce.
I'm just gonna eat. I enjoy it, it's nice. Wasn't even remotely exercising.
Ethan's weight always had to be on his mind somewhere. There's certain elements and telltale signs that it was there.
He had quite a low self-esteem.
When you go through weight gains, you know it's happening, but it doesn't really click.
It all coincided with the rise of the Sidemen. He was trolled badly for his weight and the way he looked.
When you look at these videos, you'll see the horrible comments like, oh, look at the size of Ethan's legs, la 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 la.
I could see the light behind his eyes fading.
You sort of think, I'm unhappy. Like, this is not what I want to be like. But I knew that that was the start of becoming something better.
Everyone sees the physical change, but only the people closer to him will really see the mental change that he went through.
Seeing what KSI managed to accomplish with his first boxing fight, it really just made me feel like I'm going to take that step.
And he's like, okay, I'm going to get in shape. I'm going to do this. I'm going to make something of myself.
The sheer amount of weight he lost is ridiculous.
His transformation has made him happier. His own self-worth has changed dramatically.
As soon as he started seeing improvements, you could see his confidence went up.
It's like he's just shed a layer of skin to unveil the actual person who was inside the whole time.
Right, I'm gonna do some research on how to run a marathon. So, London Marathon tutorial. Can you do a tutorial on how to do a London Marathon? My marathon experience by a fellow YouTuber. Decent. Oh, here we go. Race day. So, I had this conversation with Charlie the other day. I said, what if I need a poo whilst I'm running? Because I can just get struck with it happens, ghost poos will occur. So they're using cubicles. I will lose 30 minutes of my marathon time in a cubicle. London Marathon, tips and advice. The best thing is he's doing this whilst running.
First tip is to avoid making the classic mistake, which is going off too quickly from the start.
Right, first tip, don't head off too quickly. That's something I've been trying to get in my head, is the fact that I need to just keep one pace throughout the whole thing. There's no point being like, oh, da-da-da-da-da-da. You can't do that. 26 miles, you need to pace yourself.
Second top tip is to actually use performance enhancers, things like caffeine and beetroot, which have been found to have a very positive effect when you're running a marathon.
I'm getting info right here.
Just eat 4 or 5 beetroots if you can stomach that.
Oh no, I don't want to eat 4 or 5 beetroots. No beetroots, that's not good for me at all.
My final tip is to make sure you enjoy the experience.
It is merely a fact of putting the work in, put the hard work in, and it's down to you to do it on the day. I can run around a track. I can do that. I can do it for a good cause. I'm doing it to prove something to people. I can do that. If anything, it's proving it to myself.
I think now I'm ready to get on the road and get the miles in, get training, get this process started.
London Marathon, under 4 hours. I've got it written down on the board at home, and I see that every day. Under 4 hours is a personal achievement as well. It's something that I will hold with me for the rest of my life.
Yeah, he should do. If he doesn't, I'm gonna rip him. I could probably do it in 4 hours and I haven't trained.
Of course,
Ladies and
Richie.
gentlemen, on the 26th of April, 2020, I will be running the London Marathon. How about that?
I remember.
So now it's time to push the message across and hopefully inspire as many
watching
people to make some
that.
better life choices in 2020. Maybe you'd like to come along and train with me or share your story, then make sure to get involved. It'd be absolutely amazing to see how many of you guys are rallying behind this massive event. And the best part of this whole process is that I will be running for a charity, and that charity is Teenage Cancer Trust.
So, we've put the announcement video out, and we've got some really, really interesting submissions already. So, I'm excited to go through and hear people's stories. My name is Alfie, and I've got PTSD from getting bullied in school for being fat and not fighting back. But I changed that by training 3 years ago to be a better version of myself. I just want to support Bez on his journey, as he's been through a war zone of struggles. Thank you, Alfie. So that's what I mean, even just like nice little messages like that are amazing.
Aww.
And the fact that you have support of people like this through, again, like a big challenge. Victoria, I've been a big fan of Ethan and the Sidemen since they first became the Sidemen. Yes. I'm trying to become a better, healthier me. Due to fertility problems, myself and my husband are struggling to have children, and I need to lose 3.5 stone, if not more, for the clinic to help us. I've been watching Ethan's weight loss journey, and he's done so well. It has inspired me to keep fighting, keep pushing towards my goals, and never give up. And it's thanks to seeing Ethan's journey that I'm still motivated to do it. See, that inspires me. Like, again, I just closed the door on a version of myself that I didn't necessarily want to be anymore. Whereas this is like, you're fighting to bring life into the world and stuff like that. I think that's a testament to, like, character. Finley has been watching the Sidemen since their inception and has been inspired by Ethan's transformation. Aged 15, Finley could feel a lot of pressure behind his eye for a few weeks. He went to the doctor and they sent him for an MRI scan. The doctors rushed back in because they discovered there was a tumour behind his eye. It was a really rare type of cancer that only 50 people in the UK have. Wow.
The day we got the diagnosis was probably the worst day of our lives.
I was in year 10 when I got diagnosed. I got a form of cancer called Langerhans cell histiocytosis. They say there's only 50 cases in the UK every year, and the chance of getting it is like 1 in 500,000. So it's very rare. I always viewed myself as like a fit and healthy boy. It was the last thing that I expected.
It was really scary. Both sets of grandparents around, and mum and dad both looked like they'd been crying. Amber, same.
You don't want to be negative, but you know it goes through your head and you just can't bear to think about if something really bad happens. We really just tried to be positive and we just carried on and we got through it.
Getting the all clear was just a massive weight off my shoulders. It just meant that there wasn't anything I had to worry about anymore.
Finally knowing that we'd got over that period and we got there together was amazing.
I couldn't talk to people about it. I really couldn't. I know. But I mean, now it's sort of so much better now, obviously. Sorry.
No, you're okay.
What
You're
resonates
okay.
with me is the fact that this can happen to anyone of any age, and I can imagine that it is a real struggle for not only the people going through it, but also the families. And I'd like to do what I can to help that cause.
Oh, I've got a message. It's from Behzinga.
Hey Finley mate, it's Ethan out here just about to train, but through making this documentary I've heard your cancer survival story and you are genuinely inspiring, and it's amazing to hear that you are running the London Marathon with your family too. I can't wait to train with you sometime soon.
It's pretty cool. That's very cool.
Other people's stories can like inspire you to push yourself even further.
Hell yeah.
I'd like to say I have an open willingness to try anything now. So trying to learn from people that have excelled in certain fields
Well done, keep going.
and have pushed themselves through mental places is something that I really admire and would like to take on myself.
My glutes are firing.
You've got to break through a wall when you're training for a marathon, and that's more mental than physical.
3, 2, 1, and stop.
It's all part of the process. You've got to trust the process.
Trust the process. Got to have goals.
It's cliche, but you have to.
You find a lot about yourself whilst you're doing these things, and you really find out what deep waters you can take yourself to.
So, I got a text from Eddie Hall asking to meet at Blackpool Airport. I don't know where he is, but I assume he's got something to do with that. What the? I think that's Eddie. Is that him on? Is he on a tank? The world's strongest man is on a tank.
Is on a tank.
What is happening? He's coming at speed.
Oh my god. Oh!
Oh my god! Explosions!
Explosions!
My heart rate's gone up. My heart rate's really gone up.
Yeah, yeah.
You enjoy that?
Yeah.
How are you, bro? You okay?
Good. Good to see you. So, Eddie, what are we here doing today?
If you've got two eyes, you can see a tank and you can see a fire engine. Now, I want you today to pull that fire engine.
Okay. Right.
Do you think you can do it?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Do you know how much it weighs?
No.
It's about 20 ton. You will have never experienced cardiovascular endurance until you've pulled a truck, and believe me, it's the hardest 60 seconds of your life. Now, Ethan, the reason we're doing this is because I want to prove to you that the human body can do amazing things. You're going to pull that fire truck, and this is going to put you in real good prep, ready for that marathon, the beast of a challenge you've got coming up. Just to show you how it's done, I'm going to pull this tank, which doesn't look as big, but believe me, just as heavy, and because of all the traction, it's going to be a lot harder. So, are you ready, buddy?
I think I am.
I'll show you how it's done.
All right, let's go.
Right, and buddies, a few tips I'm going to give you now. So, got a rope here. Now, this is vital. This is where probably the majority of the power comes from, is the arms. So, with this, on the initial start, you want to get it as tight as you possibly can, with a nice big outreach like that. And then feet together, that's so important. So we're not going to start like this.
Yep.
And you drop your hips down, like that. And then you put your head up and use this to sort of pull your body to the floor. That's how you get the grip. That's how you put the weight into your feet.
Gotcha.
So it's literally like that.
Jesus Christ.
And then just little baby steps. And we keep it going.
But how are you talking past me?
Oh my god. Yo, what?
Go on.
That's, oh my god.
Yep. This is outrageous. He's pulling a tag. He's pulling a tag. I think you're good, mate. The airport's been blessed today with the world's strongest man's presence. I don't feel prepared for this in the slightest. I don't think I've ever really practiced to pull a truck.
I mean, who really does until you just do it?
So I'll give him my best shot.
You know?
But hopefully we get it moving.
Sorry,
Right, you ready now, buddy?
Give it a go, mate.
This is it, the big moment. Right, so pull that nice and tight as you can. Get the tension. Yep. Feet together. Okay. Right, you ready? Big breath. That's right, here we go. Right, keep low. Come on. Keep those feet together. Come on.
Come on, Ethan.
Come on. Feet, man. Right. Come on, mate. If you think this is hard, think what the marathon's going to be like. Right. Go. Come on.
Come on, Ethan.
Don't let that momentum stop.
Come on, Ethan.
Oh.
You know,
On a scale of 1 to 10, how hard was that?
about 10. It's a truck.
It's a
When my elbows
truck.
took the third bang, it's not going to move today.
It's a tough one, you know, a 20-ton fire truck. You know, he's never pulled anything like that before. Stay a bit more upright this time. Keep your feet together. That's the lowest I want you to go now.
Yeah.
Yeah? Right, Ethan, are you ready, mate?
Yep.
This is going to be hard, man.
Come on, Ethan.
3, 2, 1, go. Come on, baby steps.
Come
baby
on,
steps, smaller
Ethan.
steps than that.
Come on. You're
Moving,
doing
come on.
it, Ethan.
Come on.
You're pulling
Come on,
that
Ethan.
truck, Ethan. Come on.
Moving now. Here we go. Here we go.
Hell
Come on,
yeah,
use them arms now,
Ethan.
like pistons. Keep your breathing in sync with your legs. Left, right. Come on.
Come on,
That's
Ethan.
it.
You're pulling it.
Let's
Come
go,
on.
let's go. Come on. Draw that line and stay
Come on,
it.
Ethan.
Get that head down now. Finish off strong. Come on.
Come on, Ethan.
Keep going.
Come on.
Keep going. Keep going. Good. That'll do.
That
right
is
there.
the
That's
coolest
awesome, man.
thing, Ethan.
Oh, boy. Oh, it gets your heart going.
Oh, jeez, yeah.
Yeah.
Ethan did really well today. You know, he slipped over a few times, but he just didn't give up.
Today's been an experience that I never really thought I would ever have, but I feel like I've gained perspective from it.
The mental aspect is just as powerful as the physical, and having that ability to power through and get to the end of challenges is super important in life.
I pulled a fire truck. I would say that's a surprise to anybody.
That's so cool.
This marathon he's got coming up, it's not going to be an easy task, but it's just proved to me today that he can do it, and that is character building. Right, Ethan, I wish you all the best, mate.
Thank you very much,
Good
mate.
luck.
Thank
And
you.
I'll see you crossing that line, okay?
Thank you very much.
Hell
See you in a
yeah.
bit. Am I getting a taxi out of here or a plane?
If you had told me 2 years ago you're going to be running the London Marathon, I probably would have laughed at you and just said you're absolutely crazy. But here we are. It's written in the stars that I will be running.
You must stay at home.
The world's crumbling in front of our very own eyes.
Oh my God.
You need to travel over burning hot coal.
I was panicking. I didn't know what to do.
I didn't know he felt that bad that he had to even end his life.
I'd sort of convinced myself that now was the perfect time to just make myself disappear.
Jesus Christ. Oh. Well, that was the first one. Okay, wow. Whew. I am an emotional wreck already, and I was emotional wreck like the first 2 minutes in. But wow. Sorry I wasn't talking, but this isn't the type of thing where I'm gonna be funny. I'm gonna be I was cracking a couple of jokes here and there, but it's not like this is something that I want to enjoy. So if I'm not talking, I'm sorry, but I just don't know what to say other than, damn, this is only the first episode, wow. But wow, this documentary is, wow. I can tell it's going to be an amazing documentary. So without further ado, we're going to get into episode 2. I don't know what the name of that one is, but I'm going to blow my nose before I start again because they're taking, training under COVID. Okay. So let's get into that one.
This is how I became who I am.
Teenage Cancer Trust have asked me to run the London Marathon, and there's no other answer than yes.
When I started this journey, there really was no athletic ability inside of this body.
Virus is ruining the world.
It's kind of hard to find the motivation to push yourself.
It's been really, really tough.
I'm gonna go to the toilet.
He was turning to alcohol.
He wants everybody to think he is Behzinga.
I literally made him shit himself. Firework must employ mind over matter.
I love my friends so much.
Damn. Sorry. Need to breathe.
Ethan in 3 words. Oh, hilarious. determined.
The height of Everest.
Oh my god, yeah!
4 days on this staircase.
I remember that.
Opinionated.
The people that ask the questions are weird. They are weird. They are so odd.
My goals have never been to be someone in the public eye or recognised. I knew that there was an audience to be gained for something, but it was mainly to be gained, from my eyes, for creating something that other people would enjoy.
Yo, what is up? My brother used to call him the boy in the room because he only ever spoke to people online.
I think it's such a shift now, but at the time, if people knew he was making gaming videos online, you were sort of viewed as just like, you're a bit weird, mate.
I used to say to him, something's going to come of this, I just know.
My first video, I think, is 2012. They was Forza Drift videos. Moving into FIFA 13 was when it really hit off, and that was because I bumped into other creators.
Ethan, again, was someone who didn't show his face at the start.
Showing your face for the first time on the internet, which I was extremely
I didn't know that you didn't
scared
show your
about.
face.
I thought I was a big wreck. I was a fat, ugly mess.
It was just the voice, and then he done a grand reveal.
First time doing a vlog on this channel. Hope you're all excited. Yeah.
He used to film absolutely non-stop, 24/7.
Autopilot, wake up, one video,
Bro,
bang, edit
that's
it, put
me.
it out, have some lunch, edit
Holy
another video,
damn,
bang.
bro,
Just
that's
went
me.
straight
Oh my
as
God.
ferry once they created the Sidemen.
When my channel started gaining success, 100,000 subscribers was absolutely mind-boggling. And you think, oh, I got this many views this day, I got this many subscribers this day, and it's like, oh my God, everything good's happening. We're growing, growing, growing.
Even to this day, still mind blown with all their Sidemen books to sign and people screaming his name.
I don't think any of us realise the sheer size of a community you can grow by being yourself on the internet.
The boys have become his family.
I love it
Through
though.
so much together.
I don't know what my life would have been like without them. A lot of people say, how long do you see yourself doing this? But I started from a place of just wanting to do it as a passion. I'll probably still be knocking a video out every now and then when I'm 30.
All right, tell me. How's the training going, big man?
We're doing good, mate. We're getting the road miles in. We hit 8 yesterday,
Okay.
and we chucked in a couple before that, so probably about 15 this week.
That's great, but it's not even a marathon in the last 7 weeks. You're gonna have to do it in one sitting. So we
Yeah.
need to up the levels. So I'm gonna run with you.
I'm all for that.
But I'm not doing a marathon. I'm not doing the half marathon. I think you should do a half marathon.
What you do?
I have an idea.
Sorry. Endurance challenge number 2. Okay. I think that's the hardest thing
Why are we
about
on the roof? And why are there two
marathons is the
treadmills?
marathons.
okay.
Yeah,
You're
the
gonna do a
endurance.
marathon. That's gonna be outside in nature's elements.
Okay.
So you're going for the 4-hour marathon. This is a half marathon, 2 hours, 120 minutes. That means we need you at around 9 minutes a mile. However, I'm just doing the first mile. So we thought we would bring along a whole host of other amazing people, and they'll each do a mile with you. So you have some company in your training who will be coming along one after the next. So
Oh
I'm
wait,
gonna have
really?
13 different friends.
Yes,
Amazing.
you are.
All right.
Oh, that's so cool.
So, joining you today, Ethan, we have Jack, mate.
Jack!
Bambino, Becky. We have
Oh,
teenage cancer
Becky!
survivor in Lake Walkington.
Yes,
Oh.
excited. Been waiting to train with him.
We also
Nice.
have Els the Witch.
Oh, Els! Oh, that's...
Footballing pals from Thames Ironwork.
Oh, look at
Yes,
that!
the boys.
We also have Layla Annalie and Bowie star Diags.
Unreal. I can't believe it.
Next up, we have a real brains
Of
behind the
course,
Behzinga
Charlie.
channel, Charlie Donald.
Oh no.
Of course, Charlie.
We also have Gabrielle Say.
Oh, hell yeah.
Olympic gold medalist Christine Horrigan.
Oh my God,
And
really?
Julia Hardy.
Oh, lovely.
We also have 5 times freestyle football world champion. You know who it is.
It's Andrew
It is
Henderson.
indeed.
Oh my
And
gosh!
the personal trainer that was there at the start of it all, Dida.
Decent. What a boy.
Dina,
Right, it's
oh
time
my
to get started.
God.
Time to get on the treadmills, and I'm gonna thrash all of you guys.
Okay.
Smoke you all.
We'll see. We'll see.
Smoked.
Smoked.
Oh, press start, Vic.
All right. Your first mile.
3.1 miles.
9
Okay.
minute miles, 6.7 miles an hour. I've got the timer on, got the pacer on, and this will be it, lads. Welcome to the club, the running club. Ethan's running club.
Ethan Payne.
Yeah.
EP, Ethan, oh, that's cool.
We found our pace now. I can chug along for as long as you want me to now.
All right, there we go. There's my mile done. I'll send in your next companion.
Thank you, boys. See you in a bit.
Do you want to know a secret?
Yep.
I can't run.
You can't.
Let's smash this one.
All right then, come on, let's go.
So you're running for Teenage Cancer Trust.
Yes, I got the wristband on.
How come you chose them?
My family has like a history of cancer and stuff like that, so it just seemed like the perfect fit.
So,
I think I possibly could be the weak link.
You reckon? Mate, I don't want to say it, but I'd like to say I'm fit as a fiddle.
They want me to get in your head, mate.
Well, okay.
Because all the other guys have been encouraging you, but
Yeah.
I'm not having any of that, mate.
Okay.
I'm here to win.
Right.
Oh.
Mate, this is awful. I'm running heavy. Those coffees have not sat well. This poo is ever urging now.
Oh no.
Oh, mate.
We're at DEFCON 5. It's
DEFCON
here. I think
5.
It might be go time.
That's what I do to people, get in his head.
I really thought I'd be able to do it without shitting. Right, bang. I'm going to go to the toilet. Thank you for coming.
I literally made him shit himself.
That's
Absolute
okay.
bottler.
What shambles?
Hey.
Where's Ethan? I'm not doing the second half on my own.
Really? Come on!
He's got to show up. Are we taking breaks? Is that what this is going to be like?
Come on!
Ethan!
Yes!
This is not on, man.
Sorted, mate. Ready?
Sorted, mate.
We're back.
How seriously is this being taken?
It's a minor blip. These
Right.
things happen. Right, let's go. What? You put me to shame. No difference, mate.
He set his goals really, really high. He's done amazingly.
I think the best thing is that I've seen with you, you're just so inspiring. Like to hear where you've come from
Thank you.
and where you're going. And I think you really will inspire other people.
Thank you very much.
So I'm going to do a marathon one day. You've inspired me. Yep.
Okay. That means so much to me.
Hell yeah, that's so cool.
He's come out here doing kick-ups.
Let's see if I can get around the world. And...
Go on.
Wow!
Get around the world, quite funny. When I heard about your story,
Yeah.
and you wanted to get involved, it really inspired me as well because obviously we're both running for the same cause. You've been through it yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
You've got the mindset and everything it takes to push yourself and get through literally anything the world throws at you.
The main thing was just not overthinking it.
Yeah.
And just thinking about getting across the line. So I guess it is kind of like the marathon.
I think he's in a good place right now, just battling through it, just going hard. He's got a good mindset on him as well, especially coming up to this, so I'm proud of him.
Mate, I remember our sessions, you lost how much in weight?
3.5 stone.
3.5 stone, man, that's great.
I'm 17.5, and this man helped me start. Let's do it,
Hell
my guy.
yeah.
13!
Go on! Mate, you are breezing this.
Mate, I'm so happy. I'm gonna do it under 2. I'm gonna do it under 2. I'm gonna finish under 2. Come on, 0.3k.
Last little bit, Beth.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, Bez.
Go on, done.
0.02. 0.01.
Go on.
Done.
Yeah, boy.
1 hour 56:33.
Oh my god, hell yeah, Bez.
Thank you. Thank you very much, my guy. And we'll save that. 21.1. Boom.
His conditioning is amazing. I mean, he's an athlete now, so that's the difference. When we first started, he was overweight, unhealthy, and we changed that. And then once we've broken the ice, he just broke down every barrier that was in front of him. So I'm very proud of him from where he came to where he is now.
I'm proud of him too.
You must stay at home.
Oh.
People will have already been carrying the virus.
The number of cases of this virus will restrict the spread.
Wash your hands. Many lives will be lost.
The world's crumbling in front of our very own eyes. I've just had my wisdom teeth out, this side of my mouth.
Whoa, look at that big boy.
Oh.
And I'm on a soft diet. I went down to Tesco's and there's absolutely nothing there that I can even eat. It really is just carnage. Oh, I've got pot noodle. I managed to find pot noodle.
The first months, I struggled quite a lot.
It's just being knocked out of a pattern that you're working towards so much, and it's really hard to find motivation doing nothing.
Yeah,
especially
trust me.
when I enjoyed my training program where I'd go to the gym or going out on a run. Having that just stripped away from you was difficult, and then just being stuck inside.
Boris did a speech and he's made a Nando's scale out of COVID alert.
And I feel like you can get quite sick of your mates if you're with them 24 hours, 7 days a week.
Like, I know you want to kick my head in, but you also know that I want to kick your head in at some time.
Oh, no, cave his head in.
It was quite difficult. I didn't like it.
What's happened, mate?
The London Marathon's been postponed due to coronavirus. I mean, I sort of knew this was going to happen, but it's been postponed to Sunday the 4th of October. Now, what'd you do?
The marathon being cancelled will be very annoying to him.
Virus is ruining the world. Coronavirus. Absolutely ruining the world.
He's a better man than me because it would just piss me off. I would have cancelled this whole thing and said, sack it off. I'm not doing that.
He is gutted that the marathon isn't going to happen the way you want it to happen.
I always had the hope, but it was just up in the air. And I hate things being up in the air. I like knowing exactly what I'm doing, so it was mayhem.
Maybe if the universe has said you ain't doing London Marathon this year.
In lockdown, I got fat. Last week, I was 86.3 kilos, which is a record high, because there's nothing to do apart from eat.
It tore my training regime to tatters.
Oh, look, people down there doing it.
I'm sure he'll still keep working on himself and improving himself and waiting for another opportunity to prove that he has improved.
How? Lean in lockdown. The blackboard always comes in handy. Whenever I have something on this blackboard, I feel a lot better. Anyway, got formulas now on how to work out my cutting calories and stuff like that. So, last week we started at 84.6 kg. I'm now 83.5, so that's already a kilogram drop in a week.
It's kind of hard to find the motivation to push yourself, but I feel like this is a nice kickstart to get myself back motivated again. Had a video call with Eddie Hall.
Ethan, there you are.
Yes, how are you?
I'm good, sir. How are you?
Better now for locking in and talking to you.
Oh, good to hear.
I haven't had anyone that's personally been affected by the actual virus or anything, so hearing someone share his experiences with me was quite something.
My grandma suffered with dementia very badly. I actually went over myself. She kept begging for me to go in and have a coffee and a biscuit, and I couldn't.
Yeah.
And yesterday, we found her dead in the back garden. That was a real tough thing for me to sort of digest that. Yeah. Losing my grandma doing this has just been really, really tough. But life goes on, as they say.
Just everything that you've been through already, and then that is absolutely blown my mind.
It puts things into perspective, especially when I would wake up and for a week feel like I'm having a crap time because of everything that the world's going through or whatever. So it was really nice to have a chat with someone and just round things off and take a step back.
I think people also are starting to become a little bit more aware of the mental health side of things, and I feel like you've probably got a lot to say on that. Yeah,
100%. Mental health is something that I've actually struggled with since I was a very young teenager, and treated for that with all sorts of medications, and then that led to depression. Got myself in quite a dark, horrible place. And you know what the hardest thing was? Not having anyone to talk to.
In lockdown, a lot of people have become a lot more aware of mental health and the issues that it presents.
Men don't really talk about mental health issues. We don't really cover any of those topics. Even as us as a friend group, we rarely ever touch on it unless someone's really visibly down in a bad place.
Just started my 20s, because that's where I was intoxicated and doing nothing with my life. I felt like I was just existing in a shell. I was intoxicated 7 days out of 7.
I remember living in the flat underneath him and used to go up. He would be half a bottle of JD and he would be smoking his lungs away.
He was turning to alcohol to deal with all his feelings, all his emotions.
I think it was a coping mechanism.
And just going through a lot of battles in your head where you think, I'm not good enough, I don't really think I'm applying myself, I don't think I'm gonna go anywhere. My relationships aren't great, my friends don't know anything about it. And you're sort of hidden and you're trapped in your own mind.
That side of him is his worst trait, that he wants everybody to think he is Behzinga and I'm happy and I'm famous for my laugh, so I've got to put that persona on when sometimes it's quite hard behind the scenes.
I remember telling him he needs to stop the drinking. Stop drinking so much. You're drinking way too much.
As a close friend of him, it's really scary to see someone in that state because you want to help them as much as you can, but you don't want to push too much that they end up going away from you.
I didn't want to be anymore. I didn't want to be here anymore because I felt like I wasn't good enough. I felt like I was letting everyone down. I felt like I was just a burden to absolutely everyone. I felt like I was the shit heap that everyone was dragging along.
It was possibly one of the most heartbreaking things to see a friend go through such troubles and there's nothing really that you can do apart from be there for them.
He was saying quite a few worrying things. He can't go on and it was all getting too much. The pressure was too much and he was struggling.
And I think when you end up going down that rabbit hole, you end up just talking yourself into stupid things.
And I remember Ethan's girlfriend at the time knocking on my flat door, and she was crying. I was like, yo, what's going on? What's going on? This is at like 4 a.m. in the morning. And she's telling me that Ethan's not in a good state and he's gone out.
I was very drunk and I ended up getting in the car and I left the flat with no intention of going back to the flat.
I didn't know he felt that bad, that he felt that he had to even end his life or anything like that.
I was panicking. I didn't know what to do.
In your head, you've now whittled yourself down to meaning nothing. You don't really find any reason to be knocking about anymore. And that's where I'd ended up at like 3 o'clock in the morning. And I'd sort of convinced myself that now was the perfect time to just make myself disappear.
Thankfully, in the end, Ethan got in contact with people and he let them know that he was safe and he was coming home.
It's weird how the world works, but I just got to a point and I sort of pulled the car over and it just hit me. I was like, what are you doing, mate?
That was a very, very scary period for me because I didn't know if I was gonna see my friend again, really.
He's having like a mental breakdown and he just like collapsed into my arms and was just crying.
I love my friend so much. Yeah, I will cry. I have done before.
It's all good.
I love my friends.
Fitness, running, of course it saved his life, definitely.
The fitness journey that he's recently been on and the transformation he's been on has helped him times 10 to where he is now, in a happier place.
And you can think about absolutely nothing apart from my heart's beating this fast and my feet are going like this. And that's quite therapeutic.
He would have just gone down this dark path. I mean, we could have just got worse and worse and worse, and maybe he wouldn't have got out of the car.
The training is definitely something he's taken seriously, going for runs every day.
He is very passionate about going to the gym and his fitness and his health overall.
And not just running for the sake of running, really trying to improve himself, trying to learn how to pace himself.
It's all a bit of learning curve, but there's also benefits from it. It just kickstarts everything again. Right, so I just got a message from Master Wong and he's told me to meet him at the London Stadium, which is here in the background. I've watched a few of his videos.
If you like this kind of thing, make sure to subscribe to me before you enemy do.
I have not seen this
I'm not really sure
person
what to
before.
expect, but I don't have any idea what's going to be in that stadium waiting for me.
Inner Strength Challenge 3.
Oh my god, what are we doing? I'm very confused. I'm very, very confused by what we're going to be doing here.
Hello, Behzinga. It's Mikel Antonio.
Oh.
Welcome to the London Stadium, home of the Hammers. Normally, my feet are on fire in the stadium, but tonight it's your turn. Tonight, the cameras are all on you. So do this, and you'll be ready to take on the marathon. Good luck.
That's class. I'm gathering an idea now of what we're going to be doing here. I'm going to walk on that, aren't I?
Probably, yeah. Oh.
I am Master Wong, a true master of mind over matter training. You have come a long way on your marathon journey. Now you only need to travel a short distance over burning hot coal. This fire is over 1,000 degrees. This challenge will give you the inner strength to combat anything that's holding you back. Remember, firework must employ mind over matter.
I felt my heart rate jump because not many people have or will walk across hot coals.
Yeah.
And it takes a lot of cojones to get across a burning bed of coals.
It hella does. I wouldn't do it. Jesus Christ. Oh my god.
You ready?
A younger me would definitely never have done this. The more life experiences you go through, whether they're bad or good, they mature your mind. And that's why I've sort of got to this point now where I feel ready to chuck myself into whatever comes up. Ready.
Damn.
I'm so proud
Oh
of
my
myself.
god,
You
Ethan!
complete your inner strength challenge. Now you're ready for your marathon.
Holy shit.
Holy
Oh,
damn,
nice.
Ethan.
I'm a bit emotional. Did it?
How'd you feel?
Didn't even feel a thing, you lot.
Good, man.
This is the first time I feel like I'm finally ready to do something I've ever felt this ready to do anything in my life. And yeah, it's cool. It's cool. I just bought a load of coals.
I'm so
now.
proud of you.
Growing
That's
up,
so
feel like I've
cool.
been through my fair share of shite, and it's the first time I feel happy with where I'm at heading into the future. And I think that's what hit me at the end. When I signed up to do the marathon, that was already something quite extreme in itself, considering I'd never run a 5K before. And then along the way, we've run a half with all my friends. We've done the truck pulling. We've done walking across cold.
Yeah.
I think this challenge has just given me that belief that once I say go, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna finish it. I've never been more ready for something in my life. So I've been at home now for, I think, the last 2 weeks because I felt a little bit ill. In the current climate of how things are, I decided to take a COVID home test. Oh boy. Test name, COVID-19, positive.
He'd been training so much and he was so ready for it.
I worry about him getting puffed out.
Come on, let's go!
Having a positive COVID test this close to the marathon changes everything.
Whew. God, Ethan, wow. I don't have any words. I'm just so freaking proud of him. I knew I was gonna be emotional when I watched this, but gosh. Whew. Wow. Guys, I know, but wow. I think at the end is when I'll do all my rambling that I do, that you know I do, so let's just get on to number 3, or to episode 3, which is the marathon days here. Oh, okay, so it is only 3 parts. Okay, I thought it was 4 parts, my bad, I'm sorry. But yeah, let's get into the marathon days here. Alright.
This is how I became who I am.
Teenage Cancer Trust have asked me to run the London Marathon, and there's no other answer than yes.
When I started this journey, there really was no athletic ability inside of this body.
That's what happens in a run. Doesn't always go to plan. Come on, let's go!
Ethan has a point to prove, both to himself and the world.
I feel like an adventurer. My left leg feels like it's packing in. I feel like I'm officially in the pits. Oh boy. So I've been at home now for, I think, the last 2 weeks because I felt a little bit ill. My fever went up, my temperature went up. I was really hot and sweaty. It wasn't pretty. So, in the current climate of how things are, I decided to take a COVID home test, a swab test. I had to swab the back of my throat and use the same swab to swab my nose. So, now it's time to log in and check my results. Oh boy. Oh boy. Test name, COVID-19, positive. Having a positive COVID test this close to the marathon changes everything. Trust Ethan to get coronavirus, right, just as he's about to run a marathon. It's so annoying. It's so annoying. I just want to shrivel up and hide in my hood and stuff. What a spanner in the works. Literally just preparing mentally and physically. And I just don't want to come in undercooked. But it's looking like I probably will. Will I be ready in time for October the 4th? Ugh. It's not looking great, but if Ethan's life told you anything, it's that you can pull it out the depths, alright? Also, the whole documentary, I've been screaming that I wanted to do a 4-hour marathon. Can I even do a 4-hour marathon? Will it have effect on my lungs? Literally nobody even knows at this point. Nobody even knows. The marathon is A to B. I will be at B. B for Behzinga.
Yes.
Hey, welcome to my old school. They've refurbed every single classroom. This room's changed, I can't believe it. Boom, my form room. Pow, Miss Collins. Ethan in the car.
At school as a kid, Ethan was very funny, very, very mischievous.
You know the ruler technique? You go, pow. I wouldn't say the teacher friendly.
Ethan was difficult to work with. Liked being with his mates, liked doing what he liked doing, didn't like doing what the curriculum wanted him to do, what staff were desperately trying to get him to do.
The teacher went out of the room and everyone was like, do something funny. I went and stood on the teacher's desk, but my pants fell down. My whole trousers fell down, so I hid under the table until she got back. Yeah, pants fell down in there.
He was a class clown, wanted to make everybody laugh.
The infamous Ethan science block story, this is where it all happened.
I got a phone call yet again from Marshall's, and Ethan had set off all the fire extinguishers after school.
How?
Oh,
so
Ethan.
We figured out one day that you can waft these off the wall.
So I argued blue, black and blind, and I kept saying there's no way Ethan would do that.
Something like this, and then you go. And then the ceiling tiles started coming out.
He's not that silly.
And you know the really naughty laugh, like, found it hilarious.
Apparently the classroom was full of foam.
Staff got very frustrated with him.
These are the drama rooms. In the second door here, I gave the performance of a lifetime. I was quite creative. Any of the ones that had me doing actual things was something I excelled in.
He was always the focus of attention.
This is my exact vision, I still remember it. I was leaning over, I just smashed it. And my drama teacher said, yeah, you've done a good job here. The thing is I'm great at performing, but realistically, my actual emotions I'm probably a little bit shit at, which is quite ironic.
What GCSEs did you get?
None. Well, we got one. I got a C. And then once you're like, OK, I now rely on this bit of paper for the next stage, you're like, oh, probably should have done something. 13-year-old Ethan would be mind-boggled at the thought of doing a marathon, 26.2 miles. So, 12 years later, we're here. So throughout lockdown, I messaged Finley and I said it would be really good to get a training session in. So we've organised a little bit of a special session. So it's going to be a good one.
What you got?
Finley, lovely to see you. How was your lockdown?
Not great. I mean, in terms of the running, it wasn't where I wanted it to be. It sort of plummeted since the start. But yeah, how's yours been?
Pretty much the same, mate. No gyms, but we're doing a training session like I said we would. However, we're up in the ante. And this time, we've got double Olympic champion, Dame Kelly Holmes.
Awesome.
She's going to put us through her paces, mate.
Definitely.
That's so cool. Hell yeah.
So, here we are with Dame Kelly. Going to put us through the paces today.
Oh boy.
Ready though, lads? That's the thing.
I don't know. We'll see when we get going.
So I brought you here today to Olympic Park for a bit of a training session. So we've got a 1 mile circuit. So key thing for that is your pace. So we'll set it as 9 minutes. You're not going to have a watch for this though. So I'll time you when you get back for that mile. Let's see how close you actually are.
How close I am to the pace.
That's
Gotcha.
one thing.
Okay.
There might be a few extras in here though, because I'm not sure if you know my background as being a physical training instructor in the army.
Oh, right.
Oh, she was okay. She was in. Okay.
Guys, so you ready? Remember, it's a 9-minute mile. Don't go off too fast.
What we're aiming for.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, let's go.
Let's go. I think I got a 9-minute mile in us, mate.
Yeah, should be all right.
Hey, well done. Not too bad. Come on, let's go, let's go, let's go. Up, up, down, down. Pick it up. Good. And then we're going to go for the next mile. Go straight on your run. Control that breathing straight away. Get the heart rate down. Drive those arms. Drive, 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 drive. Good. That's better. Get the knees up, so using the hip flexors. Bend the legs, use the arms. Don't hold them up, that's where you get tight across the chest. Come on, get those legs up, come on. Get them up, get them up. Legs are going, I know, come on. Yes, you're feeling tired, but you're gonna keep going no matter what. No one is gonna stop you. That's what happens in a run. Doesn't always go to plan. Good, keep it going and again. Drive, 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 drive. Keep it going. Put them through their paces. I try to simulate what it's like when you get tired throughout your run. So legs get heavy, hip flexors start hurting, breathing gets out of control. So this is it, you're on your last lap of the marathon. Can you do this? I see you coming in, but you're not letting them beat you. This is never going to be as hard as the journeys you've already gone through. It becomes a mental game when you're running. A year before I won my 2 gold medals in Athens, I had biggest breakdown of my career because of emotional turmoil of being injured and lots of other things that had gone on. And I was getting ready for a world champs, and at that point I could have given up. I wanted the floor to open up, jump in it and not see tomorrow. But I did. I ran and I got a silver medal at those World Championships, and no one knew what I was going through. Our minds are so strong, and, you know, experiences can make us stronger. So all I'm going to say is you're doing it for a fantastic cause. You're also doing it for yourself. Kind of go, do you know what? I've done something really important in my life that I put my mind to. I set myself a goal, I didn't give up on it, and I accomplished it. So I wish you the best of luck.
Thank you very much. An absolute honour.
Thank you.
I think it's just inspiring because she's obviously gone through some hardships as well as me and Finley both have as well.
He's done so well. You know, it's incredible to hear his journey. And that 4-hour goal
sorry,
is
the battery's
really
gonna die.
realistic target for him.
4 weeks away from running the marathon. Not the most pristine circumstances, but you know what? It doesn't matter. It's mindset. It's a mind game. You just get through it. You get it done. It's what you do.
Oh, okay.
I've been wearing the same clothes all week. Probably longer than a week now. I'm ready to break free. I'm ready to leave. But yeah. There's not much left for me to watch. There isn't much left for me to watch. I sit and watch YouTube all evening. So I've just returned after my first ever sort of medical checkup. Because COVID is such an ever-changing thing and people don't know how it really affects people, he said it's hard to definitely put a thing down and say nothing will happen. He said that because we only have just over a week leading up to the marathon now, that I should try and just get in a little bit more of long distance running, analyse how I feel, and if I feel good, give it the all good. And I'm gonna have my breakfast and then I'm gonna get into my training. So, as always, start with skipping. And then everything to help me train with my back. We just got the letter through from the doctor. On the examination today, you looked very well. And pretty much, he's given me the all clear. I wish you luck with your marathon. Hope you enjoy the experience. So, thank you,
Hell
Doc. It's
yeah.
got time.
Ethan is running the London Marathon mainly to prove to himself that he can do something big, something that he never thought that he would be able to do.
So, I've just seen the news that the London Marathon runners can do the run virtually however they want in between a 24-hour window. So, it looks like we might be able to do the London Marathon!
Ethan has a point to prove, both to himself and the world, that he is like a whole new person.
We're gonna have to find somewhere to run a marathon. 5 best UK marathons for first timers.
If he's going to complete this task, he deserves to run the full thing out in the open, whatever course it's going to be. A marathon's a marathon at the end of the day. It's all the same distance.
Doing it somewhere else would just be like refreshing. It's like a change of scenery. I feel like I've run enough of London by now.
This could be the one. Suffolk looks absolutely beautiful, and we could finish the marathon on a seafront.
It'd be a more grueling challenge and a much more, I guess, introspective challenge if he does it completely on his own, where there's no one around cheering him on, there's no people on the sidelines.
I think that we should do the Suffolk Coastal Marathon. Boom.
Even though I'm doing it by myself, I feel like other people will be doing it by themselves and other people will be going through the motions. It's like a group effort around the world.
Here it is. We're officially here. It is, I think, just close to 8 o'clock. It's not a bad day, I suppose. It's all right. After today, I will be a marathon runner. Got my stuff laid out. Time to get ready. These are the shoes that I've used right the way through training. They're a little bit bad. We're all ready to run. G-lay on. Legs ready. Pow, pow.
Pow, pow.
I don't have any like scared or bad nerves, but I suppose not many people have done it, so it's definitely a feat.
We are about 10 minutes away from destination, and then it's time to warm up and get focused and ready to run these 26.2 miles. And being able to do something for Teenage Cancer Trust is one of the main things that I'm looking forward to accomplishing.
I've just spoken to him on the phone. He's all prepared. He's excited. He's had a poo, so all's good. I'm on my way. He hasn't got a clue.
One of the most exciting things about this is the fact that the London Marathon have actually enabled this run to count, because I've been adhering to COVID quarantine rules and they're allowing other runners and myself to do the run within the first 2 weeks, and doing that, you'll be able to get your medal. I said 4 hours for the whole thing, right? But I mean, if I'm scuppering through mud,
We'll try and stick to the pace. We'll try and stick to the time and see if we can do something impressive.
I believe in you, Ethan. I really do.
Alrighty.
If I were to give you any inspiration, it would be run, you big chubby bastard.
You deserve it.
Finley, legend.
This is going to be another one in the bag.
You'll get through it if you pace yourself.
Keep going. Yeah, smash it, really.
Your friends, no matter where we are in the world, we've always got your back.
We all believe in you, man.
Go on, Ethan, you got this.
Go on, do us proud.
Like, dude, you're gonna smash it.
And always keep that big grin on your face.
He knows in his heart he can do it.
Run your race, do your thing.
I'll have a beer waiting at the end. I can promise you that.
Let's do it. Let's do it. You bastards.
Yeah, bastards.
Lovely bit of motivation.
Who are you doing it for?
Just everyone. Myself. Everyone. It's cool, isn't it? It's cool. It's a cool thing. Celebrate your friends. Celebrate each other. Enjoy it. Everyone's got their achievements. Yeah, and this will be mine. It's here now, so it's just point A to B. That's it. Ready to get it done and dusted. My mum said on the phone, what have I always told you? From very early, she said, do anything you put your mind to, absolutely anything. So, be anyone and anything you want to be. You can do it.
Righty. Off we go. Bang on the pace. Got 9 on the watch, which is exactly what we're aiming for.
Hell
Here we
yeah.
go. Just approaching the first kilometre, and we're on the different terrain. Finally got a bit of sweat coming. We're officially warm. First bit of a hill as well. Gotta make sure I be careful with my footwork now. Remember what Dame Kelly Holmes said? Now it gets pretty. Here we go. Look at that. Look at that. We're in the grasslands. Terrain's gonna be a bit slippy now. Officially 4 miles in. This is mental. Puddle dodging.
Careful. Careful. Oh. You alright?
Right, this is gonna be a bit of fun.
Did you slip a bit, or what happened? You okay?
Now this is gonna slow me down. Look at this.
Oh yeah.
Oh, please. My shoes are disgusting. I feel like I need to poo. I feel like I'm gonna have to poo. Like desperately. Holy shit. And there's no toilet roll. Oh boy. Oh. I'm literally gonna have to do it. So Ethan. This is so embarrassing. I have to wrap. I'm gonna stop recording. The state of this. Sake. Note to self, do not have Wagamamas the night before running a marathon. Nightmare. I feel like an adventurer. Holy shit. Ow. Look. There was an owl just there.
Oh, that was an owl. That's cool.
It's so pretty here.
I've always wanted to see an owl. Like,
nearly done with this. The beach is there. I feel so much better. All the colours are brighter. Oh my God. I've legit just done a Radcliffe, mate. We're officially on the beach. Oh. Pretty much a quarter of the way done. These different terrains are crazy. Sand now. Crazy. Bit of a hill, gradual hill. Bastard. Approaching the harbour, back on road. Lovely. Spoke too soon. One thing I will say is, now the pains are coming. My feet are in pain. Ah!
The pain is what's the hardest.
Ethan should be halfway through now, so fingers crossed. It is within his 2 hours. My heart is beating at my chest.
Oh. He is under the 2 hours so far.
Second half, just over 14 miles down, but definitely sort of like in the head now. You can feel your feet are hurting.
Yeah.
We've got to go through the different terrains again. But yeah.
Ethan likes to be on the winning side, but he's also ready to accept when he's lost.
Oh, my feet are killing me. Feet are ropes. Feet are ropes.
I think just as I got to the 15th mile, peppered, done. absolutely finished. My left lower calf was just complete spasm. It was just like stiff. My left leg feels like it's packing in. It's not great. Oh, I feel like I'm officially in the pits. Oh boy.
He's out there in some really heavy, muddy terrain, so I'm a little bit anxious that it's tiring him out.
Oh, this is not ideal. This terrain is absolutely caning my feet.
He wants to push himself. He knows he can do it, but it's about what time he'll get.
This terrain is ripping my feet to shreds. I can feel like tendons in my feet.
When he's hit a brick wall, he can find something extra in reserve.
$7.4 miles to go.
My left leg's going. My left leg's going, I can feel it. Decent bit of a gradual hill here. Bastard. Oh.
Guts, grit, determination, all big Behzinga factors.
He's just so determined to prove all the doubters wrong and prove to himself that he can do anything.
Oh boy, my legs are completely done, but we're nearly there.
He'd be thinking how far he's come, all that he's achieved, definitely Finley, my cancer journey, all what we went through. It'll all be running through his mind, so it's very poignant.
You can see the church. We're nearly there. This hill is going to be hell. It's going to be hell.
It is essentially like a landmark in his self-improvement, and this is the proof of that work.
I can feel my legs spazzing. Ah! My groins, my hamstrings. Ah!
At this point, the main thing for him is, how can I improve myself?
24 miles. This is it, baby. Last stretch.
He shared this journey so transparently with everyone.
Yes! Yes!
To start this journey, let alone to run it,
Oh.
unbelievably proud.
Ah!
I love his mom so much.
Come on, Bo!
Hello.
Come on.
I've done it. I've done it. I've done it. Oh. You cheeky. Look how long you was at home. Oh. Done it.
Yes.
Oh.
You did it.
I did it. Moving time 4:23.
But I feel great. So good. Did all this over the last 2 years, and then I put myself literally through the trenches to get a medal. The running and the achievement is almost like a self-validation. Even though I know I shouldn't doubt myself, I still do at times. Whereas now it's such an achievement, you sort of sit there and you think, don't doubt yourself again. Now it's time to just help people that have been in similar situations and try and push out a positive message and get people to make the right choices. The people that have watched this now, make a choice, make a decision, follow it through. It's all just taking like one step at a time. You can change your whole life around.
He's bringing people along on his journey of finding himself and understanding himself and bettering himself every day. And it's inspiring really to watch as a friend, and I'm sure it's inspiring for a lot of viewers too.
The 3 words that I would use to describe Ethan would be inspirational, exciting, and powerful.
I've done it in 4.5 hours. Come on!
I've just run 26 miles. Proper like coastal fish and chips. Different gravy. Oh.
You deserve that.
4.5 hours, you know?
Amazing.
Wow, Ethan, I am so proud of you that I'm trying to get a grip on myself. Hold on. I'm just snot and everything. This has been so inspirational, Ethan. Wow, you are going to be inspiring so many people that watch this. Even if you have no idea who Ethan is and it just comes up in your recommendations and you start watching it and you see just and you just see that he's been through a lot, and it's quite crazy because I know he's not all of it, but some of the bits I completely understood where your head was at because I've been there too. I don't know. Sometimes it comes and goes. It mostly just depends on it just what I don't know. It just depends on a lot of things. Because some days I will wake up just so excited for life and just living and anything and everything, and then other days I will wake up just not even wanting to get out of bed. Just like, what's the point anymore? So I understand. I do understand why Ethan would feel like I just want to disappear. Because I've had those thoughts too, Ethan. It's not great. It's really not. And this is probably the most real that I've ever been with you guys, because I always, well, not always, but like I portray myself as a very happy person because I am a happy person. It's just some days you just feel down, and you just wake up just feeling down for some reason. Honestly, my emotions just fluctuate so much, but that's the thing. No matter what, even if granted now that I'm older now, I know how to deal with it better, and I know that once I'm feeling those starting to feel like I used to feel, I know that it's time to self-reflect. Because that's basically what it is. When I start feeling that way, I need to that's my indication of, hey, self-reflect. Like, what have you done recently that's making you feel this way? And then I realize why I'm feeling that way. And I try to better myself. I really do. And this documentary is so inspirational, Ethan, and I'm so proud of you. Especially because of all this was going on, and you still did it in 4.5 hours. That is so... I'm so proud of you. Man, if I could freaking just give you a hug, I would freaking just hug you and just be like, I'm so proud of you. Like, you did so good. Considering, like, everything, like, gyms were shut down, you were like, just training was, like, in the bins for a while, and just... It's not your fault, but just stuff happens like that, but you still did it. You still ran your race, and I'm so proud of you for doing that. I freaking love it, and I'm so proud of you, and I just hopefully... I want to leave this video with a little bit of happiness and not just me crying the whole time, but just know, yes, even though I do have still bad days, everybody does. That's the thing that always brings me out of my rut as well, is that I always know that somebody out there has it so much worse than me. That's what always has been another motivation for me. Like, this is nothing compared to what other people go through in life. What am I complaining about, Like, why? Like, you have a roof over your head. A lot of people don't have that. You have food to eat. A lot of people. So that's why I think I've been having that mentality a lot recently. So I think that's why it's been so long since I've actually woken up not feeling like crap anymore. It's been so long that I've actually done that. And it's actually been so crazy to me because I swear it was like almost like, this was like even when I kind of first started doing YouTube, when I first started doing it, even then I was like, why am I even doing this, you know, kind of thing. And I would put on a brave face and just do it. But now it's been literally, I think, like a couple months since I've last woken up feeling that way. And it's crazy to me because I felt like it was either almost every day or like every other day or something like that. And I don't know, it's just something about me has changed, and it's changed for the better, at least, thank God. At least it's not something changed for the worse, because I don't know if I could live with myself if it was something worse. But Ethan, I'm so proud of you. Congratulations on your race. You're freaking amazing. And you're going to inspire so many more people with this documentary. And I just thank you for making it and running your own race and doing what you had to do. So I love you so much for that. Thank you so much. This documentary just, it really hit it home for me, and I really did it. I loved it. I freaking love it so much. And you deserve it. You really do. You worked hard for it. Go wear that medal with pride, Ethan. You wear that medal. And everybody else who's watching this, hopefully you did enjoy me reacting to it. I know I didn't do anything but sit here and cry, but I'm just so proud of him. I'm so proud of him. And I'm thankful for you guys as well, for all my subscribers and everything. And I hope to see all you beautiful, wonderful people in my next video. Hopefully you guys got something out of this as much as I did, because wow. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Alright, I love you all. Bye.